Ladies and gentlemen, the 2014 Fleet Review Parade is about to begin. We welcome 20 vessels, 20 our lead boats today will be our North Naples Fire Department Boat 1. Appreciate all their support and hard work. Thank you, North Naples Fire Department. Right behind our fire department. Kyle here, county sheriff. Okay. Next, so to the fire chief. Our next vessel is playing on next vessel to be the upper end.
I'm happy to say
He's the one going, amen.
got that part. Oh, yeah.
All right.
But we sponsored joining us today also guests Jochen and Eleanor Hopner. Also aboard is past Commodore Joe Moreland, past Commodore Audrey Moreland, past Commodore Jim Curris, and his wife Natalie Curris. Our next vessel will be passing to Jimmy Stand. Hobgoblin 7.
Other
Hobgoblin
features
7.
to it.
vote, Joe. George, Woody, Ellen, Woodward. Walker Jr., Walker Ray, Diane Vincent, their guests Dick Gillespie and past Commodore Mark Gillespie. Ray Chris Townsend. Oh yeah, we're saluting the dog. Corey, Dean Colbert, your guest, Al. Our next vote is CEO, captained by Joe Gross, his wife Pete, yes, Joe and Valerie. By Past Commodore, Jack Tinspotter, joining him, Jim Owen. Our next boat, Double O, captained by Rich Richian and joined by his wife Rosemary. Our next boat, Babaloo, captained by Bob Nolan, Joanne Nolan, yes, Mike and Kessler, Joanne and Jack Lawrence, Bob Castle, Cliff Schmidt. Susie G, Gary and Sue Mullinets. Our next book, Angel, our United States Coast Guard, Auxiliary 96, Jill Smith, Randy Skaggs, Jim Mayer. Next is Endless Sun with Rusty and Dean Thompson, their guests, Tim and Una Vale. Our parade for today. We appreciate everybody's support. Thank you to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2014 Fleet Review. We have approximately 100 people, so we're very happy to have that. We do have some recognitions this afternoon that I want to make sure that first, we recognize and appreciate the participation of 20 vessels today that helped us in making this boat parade a success. So thank you to everybody that has put the time and effort into that. This event wouldn't happen without the assistance of our past Commodore Marcia Gillespie and past Commodore Bill Pittman, who just seem to just put this in drive every year for me, and I appreciate it very, very much. You know, we had Valentine's dinner last night, and I just knew everything was going to be okay for today. So we appreciate all your help. Special thanks to our Marina team, led by Jake Rowe, and our captains for all their assistance and help, and also the PIYC team, our food and beverage staff who slept here last night, and someone who you don't see as much around here, Steve Conavale, our facilities manager, seems to be like Batman and just set up tents in the middle of the night. So we appreciate all of these things as well. I don't know where it is right now, but... Oh, Steve. Just so you know, we had a problem with our sound system about 5 minutes before this event started. And Mr. Pittman wanted to start early, and he's on the walkie-talkie, and I said, you have to delay a few minutes. And Steve was running to Radio Shack to get a wire that we needed. And I'm calling him, and he says, I'm at the gate. I said, hurry up. So, just so you know what happens behind the scenes. I wanted to recognize one of our visitors today. Our Commodore has come from Naples Sailing and Yacht. So if you could please stand, our Commodore Linda Butler is joining us today from Naples Sailing and Yacht. We thank you for coming. We have some ceremonies, and it has to do with our PIYC chapter International Order of Blue Gavels. So what I wanted to do right now is introduce our past Commodore and PIYC chapter president of the IOBG, past Commodore Peter Franck.
Thank you very much. I would like to talk to you about a flag, a particular flag. And you may have or may not have yet noticed that we have two new flags on our flagpole once you get on the island. On the northern side of the spreader are two flags. One is the white one with the anchor and the number 13, which I'm sure all of you know, means that our club, Pelican Yacht Club, is a member of the Council of Yacht Clubs of Florida. But that's not the one I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about the second one, the red one, with the ship's wheel and the gavel on it. That is the flag of the IOBG. Now, what does IOBG stand for? It is the International Order of the Blue Gavel. It is an international organization, and it's worldwide, and it's made up of over 4,000 Commodores, or past Commodores, of qualified clubs. And I'm thankful to say we are a qualified club. Now, what does IOBG do? They strive to preserve the proven traditions, customs, and ethics of yachting so that they may not be lost to those yet to come. We meet locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally in the true spirit of camaraderie enhanced by our common bond of having been a Commodore. IOBG has grown from a humble beginning in 1953 to a worldwide organization. The founder was a Commodore of the Rainier Yacht Club in Seattle, Washington. And since that time, IOBG has expanded into over 11 countries. Chapters and districts are currently located in Canada, New Zealand, the Philippines, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. We do have members in Australia, Japan, Mexico, the Cook Islands, the Marshall Islands, and Singapore. In addition, we have many individual members throughout the world. The Pelican Isle Yacht Club chapter of IOBG is part of what we call the District 8, and the District 8 has 21 active chapters with 177 members. The PIYC local chapter was established in November of 2012 and currently has 10 members. Our objectives are to subscribe to and to stimulate interest in abiding by recognized yachting traditions, ceremonies, customs, ethics, and etiquette, such as today's fleet review and blessing of the fleet. And very soon, our Evening of Colors ceremony. I'm sure you have gotten a communique from the club announcing our first Evening Color ceremony on the 26th of February. It is a Wednesday. You're going to come and drink anyway, so you might as well come a little early and be part of this wonderful ceremony. Furthermore, our chapter, we are there to advise and counsel, when requested, the active officers of our yacht club, and to encourage and promote the continuing interest and service of qualified and proven past Commodores to their own yacht club and its activities. Membership is strictly by invitation. And it's now my pleasure to induct our newest member, past Commodore Jim Kurz. Would you come up here, please? Jim Kurz, you served your club as Commodore long enough to understand the trials and tribulations as well as the successes and pleasure of that office. You have demonstrated a deep and abiding love for your club by upholding her honor and reputation against all challenges, and you have demonstrated your ability to persevere against the jibes and disappointments you have encountered. Such loyalty and service should not be rewarded by being set aside. With this in mind, the International Order of the Blue Gavel was formed to be of service to the yachting and boating community, and especially to your own club. You have indicated your acceptance of invitation to join us. We will ask you now to take the oath of membership in the International Order of the Blue Devil. Please raise your right hand. Do you agree to continue to work for the best interest of your club by advising and counseling with the active officers of the club without in any way usurping their authority and responsibility? Do you agree to continue to participate in the affairs of your club as an active member and to encourage others to do the same? Do you further agree to promote the highest standards of seamanship and by all this upholding the standing and reputation of your club? If you so agree, say, I do.
I do.
You may lower your hand. By the authority of my office, I now declare you a member of the Pelican Yacht Club's chapter of the Order of the Blue Devil. This entitles you to fly our burgee on your boat wherever you may be cruising or fishing. May you now take pleasure in flying this emblem which represents your faithful service to your club. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you.
One more thing you need to do. Jim, I now ask you to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Robert is next.
Don't go in, Mr. Moreland. How about a hand for Mr. Moreland? Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you, Mr. Kurz. I'd like to introduce at this time the President-elect of District 8 IOBG and our past Commodore, Bill Pittman.
Thank you, Robert. First off, I want to congratulate and thank all the captains of the vessels in the fleet review. I think back of the last 4 or 5 years when we've had the fleet review, the wind and the tide were not quite as strong as they were today. So we can take a lot of pride in the fact that we took those elements in hand and we did a great job out there. So I think give those captains a hand, if you will. The blessing of the fleet is a tradition that began centuries ago in Portugal, where villagers sought divine intervention at the beginning of the fishing season, both for a good harvest and for protection from the dangers of the sea. To this day, it is performed in fishing ports all over the world. And although we don't depend on the sea for our livelihood, we do depend on it for our enjoyment. And like the mariners of old, we respect the power of the seas, like today. And like the mariners throughout history, we call on the Supreme Being to guide us and watch over us in our travels. Would you please stand? May the God of the earth, the sky, and the sea watch over these vessels and all who travel on them. Guide them as they ply your waters, and see them safely home at journey's end. Amen. Remain standing, please. Another yachting tradition. In the yachting and boating community, the death of a friend and club member is often recognized by the 8 bells ceremony. At the end of the last watch of the day, 8 bells ring. 8 bells, and all is well, a sailor's time to rest. We now remember our club members who died this past year. They are not with us physically, but their spirit lives on in our club. Dessa Cassius, an 18-year member. Carolyn Kilmer, a 7-year member of our club. Susan Ahern, a 20-year member of our club. And Charles Ruppman, an 18-year member of our club. Thank you all. You may be seated. Robert?
Thank you, Mr. Pittman. Before I dismiss everybody to the buffet, I did have one more special recognition that I wanted to make sure that everybody gives a round of applause for somebody who we don't always recognize, our PIYC cameraman, photographer, and official guru, George Rubin. Thank you, Mr. Rubin, for always being there for us. Did you get that on tape?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. We're going to do this kind of like a wedding, so because everybody's here at the same time, Harmon's going to come up and acknowledge a couple of tables at a time to go to the buffet, and everybody enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you.